Hey everyone, welcome back to the second episode of Little Thete and Daddy Jungkook. One shot, I hope you will like this episode. Taehyung, don't you dare to close your eyes, someone suddenly yelled. It was Jungkook. Why other human being would throw his time away on the pointless mess like Taehyung? The ambulance is on its way, and I don't want you to die on me now, Taehyung. I'm sorry, I didn't stop them. I was a coward. Please stay with me. Jungkook was shaking Taehyung and trying to hold him awake. Thank for, Thank you for trying to help me. Tete also adore you. We are were Taehyung's last word before he passed out, hearing the siren somewhere. No, Taehyung, wake up. I freaking love you, idiot, Jungkook yelled, but it was no use anymore. A week had passed and Taehyung was in the hospital. He still passed out. The doctor could luckily save him, but due to the huge blood loss, he would be at least passed out for a week or more. Jungkook had been visiting the older all the time when he could, abandoning his other friends. The trio didn't know why, but they always thought Jungkook didn't want to see how they hurt Taehyung, and they were right, but there was so much more. They felt a bit guilty about just taking Taehyung's life, but no one out of Jungkook knew that Taehyung was still alive. Jiwon was slowly fed up with Jungkook's behavior and wanted to know what the boy was hiding. Guys, let's follow him and see why Jungkook is abandoning us all the time, Jiwon suddenly suggested to the others too. They nodded and started eating their food again. It was currently lunch break and no one knew where Jungkook was after lunch. Already saw him in maths. After school, Jungkook was quick to get out of the classroom and went to the hospital like all the time, but they didn't notice the three boys that were following him. Why is he going to the hospital? Hanji questioned. The others just shrugged with their shoulder because maybe someone of his family is there. Minho answered, not knowing the answer. But then he would have told us and wouldn't we keep it a secret? Hanji mumbled and got to the hospital with the others. When they got in, they saw Jungkook talking to a doctor and he looked very happy by what the doctor told him. Before the group could react, Jungkook was already running up the stairs. They followed Jungkook and saw how he knocked on the door and going in. After a short time, the group shared a glance and walked up to the door. You are awake? Did you know how terrified I was? They heard Jungkook say and slowly entered the room. Jungkook was standing with his back towards them and holding the person's hand. Cookie, the voice asked. No one recognized it. I'm here and I wouldn't leave you again, Tete. Jungkook said and left his friends confused to who was the boy talking to. You can't, Cookie. Your friend will hate you and beat you up to do the same as they did to me. Jungkook shook his head and patted Taehyung's head. They wouldn't change my mind. I will protect you whenever you need it. I know I have done the huge mistake by not stopping them. I was coward, selfish, thinking about myself only. I was afraid they would hurt me too if I help you and stop them by not anymore. I'm not afraid of them after I saw you in that condition. I felt I will die without you. It was a heck feeling and I don't want to feel it anymore. After Jungkook's confession, they hugged Jungkook's waist and Jiwon immediately recognized him. It was Taehyung. What the actual freak, Jungkook, he yelled and made everyone in the room flinch. Jungkook slowly turned around and looked disappointed towards the trio. If you all have nothing better to say, you can go out, Jungkook said in a cold tone that made the group severe. Jungkook never behaved this strong in front of them ever. What did you do to him? Was you piece of shit? Jiwon yelled and stepped closer to Taehyung, but Jungkook covered Taehyung's shivering self. Don't make me use my second skill on you, Jiwon. Jungkook hissed and slapped Jiwon. The boy stumbled back and looked shocked at Jungkook and wanted to say something, but Jungkook passed faster. I know that he nearly died because of you, and if you all try to hurt Taehyung or me, I will call police. I know that I hurt him by not supporting you all and do nothing, but at least the stand to it and applies to him. I don't want your endless bullying anymore. What did he do to you? I asked some of people and they said that they have never ever talked to you all before. How unfair do you want to be? If you would be in his position, I wanna see how you would handle it. He lives alone, work, goes to school and handle your term bullying. Jungkook yelled until his head was red. Jungkook, please calm down, Minho whispered. He was taken aback by the yelling of the young girl who never saw this side of himself to them. Calm down? I'm not calming down. I don't know what's going on in the little brains of yours, but I want everyone to go out and you will never hurt him ever again. Without other word, Jiwon turned around and slammed the door behind himself. Hanji, who stayed quiet the whole time, walked up to Taehyung. He looked at the scars Jiwon left behind, the huge scar in Taehyung's wrist. Hanji felt guilty. Hanji never thought about what the bullying could do to Taehyung's mental health. Hanji didn't know why Taehyung was the victim. It just started to fit for them. I'm sorry, Hanji said to Taehyung. I'm saying that you should forgive me. I bullied you, made you think about that you are fat, useless, while you didn't deserve any of that and aren't anything of that. I was so dumb. Hanji was crying and Minho was just watching everything. He had no courage to talk to Taehyung, the boy he bullied. Hanji apologized to him one last time and then left the room with Minho. Jungkook sat down at the edge of the bed and pulled out his phone. I have a small surprise for you, but that will arrive in few minutes, Jungkook said and put his phone away. Why did you do that? Why you saved me, Cookie? They asked Jungkook. The bunny boy looked down. He knew that he had to explain himself sooner or later. I didn't even know how I was friends with them or why I started to support them, not stop them by bullying you. But I was always there, but too busy in my phone to look at you. But 4 months ago, I came to my senses and noticed how bad your condition was. I noticed the cuts before and others did sometimes. I saw you on the bridge on your way home and how you started at the water. If you would have jumped, I would have tried to hold you back. I think it was 3 months ago I heard you in the school's bathroom, how you let yourself sleep. Things as we went within and tried to sit up, but Jungkook pushed him down again. Taehyung, I don't find you disgusting because of a head space. I did some research and according to some sites, little space is caused mostly because of trauma. Taehyung nodded. My parents died some years ago in a car crash and I developed a head space. I feel closer to my parents even if I know that they are not here anymore. Taehyung exclaimed and filled with his hands. I'm sorry for your loss, Jungkook whispered and came too closer to Taehyung. I always wanted to tell you something but I couldn't because of the others. and you were often on the verge of passing out when it was only us. I want you to let you know that I love you, and even if you wouldn't return anything for me, I will wait for you, Taehyung. Taehyung nearly laughed, but as he looked at Jungkook's eyes, he gulped his laugh down. Jungkook was serious, he's not joking. I don't think I can return everything yet, but we can start it with becoming friends. I think Taehyung spoke out his thoughts and made Jungkook smile wide. Jungkook was more than happy with this small and but huge progress. He wanted to say something, but the door was suddenly slammed open. "Where is he, Cook?" Someone yelled, and Taehyung recognized the voice way too fast. Taehyung, Taehyung asked and looked at the door, hoping that he wouldn't hallucinate. But Jin stood there really at the door, Hobi, Yoongi, Jimin, and Namjoon trying to look over Jin's bored shoulder. Tete, Jin yelled and ran towards the both Jungkook, Taekook, and Gaful Taehyung in a big hug. What in the holy silly happened to you? And you have been where you have been. Why didn't you answer us? Jimin asked and joined the hug, but Taehyung wasn't in state to answer all that. He just saw the best friend after a long time, and everything was so overwhelming for him. Lost my phone and you moved, Taehyung said and looked at the group with puppy eyes. Our parents forced us. We didn't have time to tell you. Since you didn't answer us, we suggested that you lost our phone, but we couldn't remember your address. We searched everywhere, but we never found you, Hobie exclaimed and pressed a kiss on Taehyung's hair. But how did you find me now? Taehyung wanted to know. I found you out that you know each other. I am his cousin from Busan. My parents wanted me to study in Seoul, so they sent me here. I was with Jin Hyung and saw a picture of his with some other boys on the nightstand. I recognized you and started to feel guilty and ended this sick. Finally, Jungkook explained to Taehyung, but Jin wouldn't let that slide. Okay, what did we missed? Why is one of my best friend is in hospital with cuts all over his arm? Looks like he was striped for to death. And what's up to with the sick you ended, Jungkook? Jin Hyung asked. Taehyung looked at Jungkook, begged him to keep his mouth shut. Don't look at me like that. It was my fault too, Jungkook said and turned towards the group. He was bullied in school. I don't know when it started, but when I got there, it seems like it was going on from some months already. Before I knew the bullies were my friends. The first week, everything was fine, but then they dragged me after the school in some empathy class. Thing was there too. They bullied him, and I was there, busy in my phone. I never did bully Taehyung myself, but after I came to know. I tried to get them all busy with me so they didn't hurt them, and I tried to help them too. As Jungkook was finished, Jin and Taehyung's friends looked at Jungkook with very angry eyes. Jungkook, you are telling me that you support the bullies, one of my best friends, and are part of the reason he nearly died? Jin shouted, making Jungkook flinch. He didn't hurt me ever. He was just there with them. He helped me to get cleaned and even kept my secret after he found out that I was a little. If he really wanted to hurt me, he would have gone to his friends or someone and told everyone that I am a little. Taehyung defended the younger. Taehyung, don't you realize that you are in a freaking hospital nearly 6 feet under the earth, and partly because of him too. Yoongi asked he was always adored the freckling boy, but that went too far in his eyes. No, you don't understand it, Hyung. Jungkook often held them back and saying a teacher is coming, and he get them busy with himself to distract them from bullying me, and always made sure that I was still conscious. The last week he abandoned his friend and secretly took care of me. Jungkook cleaned my cuts after, and others responded reopened them. He made sure to give me some part of his food since I rarely ate something. Cook told me that I'm not fat after the others told me that how fat I was. He was the one that called the ambulance and made sure that I survived. Even little Thethe likes him, and Thethe also likes you five too. So don't you dare to hurt him, Hyungs. I know that what he did wasn't the best and he shouldn't have done that, but he apologized and gained my trust. Taehyung started. The others was shocked to see. At least Jungkook was happy that Taehyung noticed his gesture and how he tried to be his friend after a rough start. But I don't study punchlology for nothing, young. I know when people mean something and when they try to do something even they don't like it, they only do it because of others or fear. And Jungkook was there. Their friends and feared with them too. Now everyone understood why Jungkook did that. It didn't excuse any of his action, but now Jin knew that his cousin wasn't a bully. Tete, did you do all that? Did they do all that? Namjoon suddenly asked and took a closer look on Taehyung's arm. The most one of his friends cut through the Vinny and did the fresh cuts, but I stopped it some weeks ago. Since someone threw all my plates and gave me a huge hug for every day, I made it without cutting. Taehyung said, give a smile to Jungkook. Do you have a phone, Tae? Jimin asked, but Taehyung shook his head. Minho smashed it. He mumbled and Jin inhaled the air dangerously and clenched his hands around the pillow. If I see one of that freaks, I will make sure they experience the same as you. Yoongi growled. Jin started to search in his pocket. Here, I already knew that you wouldn't have a phone, so I brought you one. Jin threw the brand new phone at Taehyung's bed and sat down again. The boy was surprised yet thankful. When can I meet Tete? Jungkook asked with his most adorable bunny eyes Taehyung would see in his life. Soon, when these idiots Youngs are out, I can't handle so many people now. Taehyung said. Jungkook nodded and started to push his cousin and their friends out. Yeah, I just got my pasty back. I wouldn't leave him now, Jin yelled and set Jungkook on the bed again. Okay, exchange number and then you can go out. Tomorrow you can come again. He wouldn't run away. Jimin rolled his eyes and gave the youngest a slap on his head. Just say that you want some time alone with your soon new friend or more. Jimin whispered in Jungkook's ear, making the boy read in embarrassment. Just exchange numbers and piss off. Jungkook muttered and crossed his arms. After an half hour, the five finally went out and left the two alone. Can I meet Tete now? Or do you want to take a quick nap? Jungkook asked and got down on for the bed. Cuckoo, Taehyung, rather Tae asked. Jungkook spun around and looked at the other with the wide eyes. Tae, Jungkook asked and took Taehyung's hand. You an angel? Tae started and pulled Jungkook on the bed. Cuddles? Taehyung asked and opened his arm a bit so Jungkook could lie on his chest, but the bunny boy had another plan. He carefully moved Taehyung a bit aside and lay down next to him, wrapping his arm around Taehyung's wrist and pressed his head onto his chest. You are cute, Tae, he whispered and pressed a soft kiss on the boy's forehead, but got no response. Instead, he heard a soft snoring since Taehyung was so exhausted that he passed out immediately. The end. Yeah, me, how was it? Don't forget to tell me in the comment section. See you again with another Taekook one shot. And yeah, I have pain in my eyes, but I wanted to work on this episode, so I did. Take care of your health and be careful. Happy and healthy. Bye bye.